Where?
Wherever it is meant to be.
Where are we off to, David? Where are we going?
Now that's a question, huh?
Where?
Right. We are here. Where's the video now? Oh, bloody hell, I got this. There we go. Okay. Aura! Hey, Aura!
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. Nice to see you. Milan, Hartlepool, New York.
Yeah.
You go, girl.
It's been fun. It's been fun.
Great. All right. So, who's going to build the container this morning? Is it 10 o'clock yet?
Yeah, 10:02.
It is 11:02 here in the Netherlands. Okay. I've been waiting all morning for this and now I'm late. All right. So let's start the check-in. We're streaming, we're broadcasting live. And I haven't got the recording permission preamble. So I'll just try and remember it so everyone knows that this meeting is being recorded and live streamed to help break stigma and to bring awareness around this. This is a classroom, this isn't therapy. However, if at any time you feel uncomfortable about what's been said or brought to the container today, please say so and we will delete it immediately without question. Okay, have I forgotten anything? Do I have your consent?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Please raise your thumb or comment in the comments or sue me. Whichever one you want. All right. So let's start by building the container. Introduce yourself and the organization you are representing or working with. And if you're independent at the moment, just name your organization. And yeah. So let's start. Who wants to start? Okay, who doesn't want to start?
I can start.
There we go. Well done.
My name's Aurora. I work for Recovery Connections. It's a drug and alcohol charity in the northeast of England. And I am checking in, feeling good. This week's it's felt quite hectic. We've just been a bit busy here. But I'd rather have things to do than not have things to do. So I feel good today and I'm happy to be back. So do I tag someone?
Please.
Okay, I'll tag Anthony.
Thanks, Aurora. My name is Anthony. I am independent, potentially launching a LERO down this end of the country at some point. Checking in, feeling quite grounded. Nice to see this sunshine, 2 days on the bounce. And also checking in a bit frustrated. I'm waiting to hear on some work that I said I was going to find out on Monday, but it's Thursday now and I'm still waiting to hear the verdict. So that's a bit frustrating, but all is well. And I will tag Olivia.
Morning, everyone. I'm representing myself. I haven't thought of a name yet. Maybe Recovery Bridge or something like that. I'm not too sure. I'm checking in good and yeah, feeling good. Tagging Dorette.
Thanks, Olivia. I'm Dorette. I live in the Netherlands. I'm asked to co-host our family support group from Moni. So that's a good way to progress. This will be my last class, the 20th class. So a little strange today. But yeah, I'm looking forward to today and I tag David.
Thank you, Dorette. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, checking in. Good. Sunny England for changed. The last 2 days have been sunny. Also independent. Yeah, feeling good, happy that the sun's out, and yeah, I tag Bali.
Thanks, David. Morning, everyone. So my name's Bali here in sunny Birmingham. I work for Epic Restart Foundation as a recovery coach. And checking in as okay. There's lots going on work-wise, personally wise. Loads of good things, exciting things, some stressful things. So yeah, I'm just trying to keep myself in a positive mindset. But yeah, overall checking in is okay. And I'll tag in Marcus.
Thanks, Barry. Morning, everyone. I'm Marcus. I am an independent, lived experience strategist. I'm still getting used to it, but yeah, I work independently. I want to build a LERO with and empowering the community to, yeah, just get involved in bringing about a system that they want to get well in. So yeah, and back to you, David. Oh, I'm feeling good, by the way.
Oh, that's frightfully good. That's frightfully good. You're feeling good. Jen, let's have a look. Hey, Jen, how are you?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm good. Your timing's perfect. Can you check in?
Oh, yeah. I'm checking in as relieved this morning. I've had a testing morning this morning. Lost my child's birth certificate. Managed to order a new birth certificate to collect tomorrow to apply for a passport because I'm going on holiday.
What a nice high-class problem.
I know, posh problems.
Hey, great.
Yeah. So
okay. And which organisation do you work for?
I work for Recovery Connections as housing support for the prehab.
Wonderful. So you house people before they go into rehab?
Yeah, or if someone didn't want to go to rehab, we help them so people can be on like scripts and still using while they're with us. So it is very chaotic. And we help people get ready to move on to follow-on housing.
My heart wants to crack when you talk, Jen. I think that is such a nice, loving and
it's very rewarding.
Yeah, but it's such a nice thing to have in the having the what's the word I'm looking for? Sector, having the world now. It's such a nice, loving thing.
It's definitely a gap in the market.
A gap in the market. That's good old business. There we go. There's a gap in the market. Let's go.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. Wonderful. All right. So everyone's checked in. Just let you know that this is being recorded and streamed.
Yeah.
Because we want to break stigma. We want the education and wisdom to go out. We're looking to professionalize people with lived experience, and people here are on a training path, which starts for 20 weeks. Yeah, we do 5 modules: the conversation, the continuum, the system, the 4Q leadership model, and creating the container. And over those 5 modules, people would have completed 40 hours of classroom time. Dorette is at class number 20 today. Yep, so she's completed her class attendance. Then there's the online self-study material that she would have gone through. And then she's been doing her classroom hours by facilitating a family group as part of Mauni for clients that have essentially left the Netherlands, gone to treatment somewhere, and then returning, providing support for family members, which is another real important thing in this systemic issue of recovery. Yeah, we've got Bali here who's working with Epic Restart and helping people that have been impacted by recovering from gambling harms. Is that how you say it correctly, Bali?
Yeah, that's one way of saying it. Yeah, so after they've had their treatment, they then get referred to us, and then we support them to build their lives. And the program I work on is called Restarted Lives. But the aim is to support them after they've had their treatment, so they can remain abstinent from gambling and rebuild their lives.
Great. So we've got prehab, yeah, before treatment, which is the environment you're working in, Jen.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we've got post-hab, if there's such a word, which is kind of where Bally's working in. Yep. And then we've got treatment, where we can have coaches that are working within the treatment space, working with multidisciplinary teams. Yep. And this is the ecosystem that we've created for people that can come to at the using stage. Does that make sense for everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if we go to this side here and we look at the culture of learning, where children get born, they go to nursery school, they go to primary school, they go to high school. At some time, they're going to start using a substance. Yep. Whether it be alcohol, inhalants, I don't know, energy drinks, ketamine, whatever it is, there comes a time in the child's psyche where they start to separate from their parents and doing the things that the adults told them not to do. Would you all agree with me on that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not like the education system doesn't tell people these things are dangerous or can be dangerous. I think lots of people know this stuff. Yeah, but like cigarettes is a great example. Vaping's a great example. You know, the branding, the messaging, everything is saying, guys, watch out for this stuff. Yeah. And for whatever reasons, there's a whole lot of reasons why kids go and do this stuff, but they go into the using stage. Yeah. So when did you guys go into the using stage? Has everyone here tried alcohol?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Has everyone here tried a cigarette?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dorette? Never had a cigarette. Wow. Have you ever had alcohol? Yeah. Okay, cool. So you're fucked. Great. I'm just joking. All right. So that's the using stage. Yep. So everyone has used. Yep. And then people go on a progression. So they go on a continuum. Yep. So the first continuum is use, misuse, abuse, dependence. And the way we draw it in our model is a vertical continuum on the y-axis. Yep. Y is top, bottom, X is left, right. Yes. I think that I've got that right. So the top of the axis would be use, misuse, abuse, dependence. So people descend into the chaos or the madness. Would you agree with me on that one? Yeah. So how many of you here, if you're happy, raise your hand, that have descended into the madness of a culture of addiction? All right. So a good majority. Yeah. All right. Okay. And how many of you have descended into the culture of adversity because of somebody else's addiction?
Adversity.
Yeah, where basically somebody else's behavior causes chaos that impacts you.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yep. So somebody might have a family member that's using, or they might, be out on a Friday night and something kicks off because somebody else is high. It seems like everyone here in London is bonkers. You know, traveling on a tube on a Friday night can be quite an experience at times. You know, there's different levels of it, but there are times when you've got to kind of wake up and go, oh, there's danger happening there, let me move away. Yep. And there's other times where people get stuck in it. Like, so what I'm trying to get across is everyone gets impacted by this systemic problem. Yeah. So, for example, down in Wandsworth, where I stay, a couple of years ago, I went to the Community Policing Forum, to where the police come and talk to the community about the problems and what they're doing. And people were moaning about the people that were shooting up, injecting drugs on the stairs of their estate where they were living. Yep. And they got to kind of walk past with the kids, and you know, and they were getting quite angry at the police and said, well, you must put in cameras and you must do this and you must come. So there was that kind of tension in the community. Make sense? Yep. In South Africa, there's 17,000 road deaths a year.
Bloody hell.
Okay, 17,000. Okay, that's quite a lot. That's a big number. Yep. In the UK, how many roadside deaths are there in the UK a year? Somebody want to Google it quickly or chat GPT it quickly?
I'll look.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. In South Africa, there's a huge alcohol problem. Yeah. So a lot of that is drinking and driving. So people crash cars, or pedestrians are pissed and they fall in front of cars. And then you haven't got the roadside safety, you haven't got
Roughly around 1,700 people a year.
Yeah, that's what I got as well.
Okay, cool. So 10 times as much in South Africa. Yeah. So if you could bring in safer drinking just around public safety, yep, you could reduce those numbers without having people to get sober. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I want you now to start thinking about this systemically. Yep. So we've started the coaching conversation where we're having a conversation with someone. We've got different continuums, and now we're putting this all together into this system. Yep. All right. Now, how is the third world context different from a first world context?
Different sort of resources, different accessibility. So that's going to lead to maybe different addictions as well.
Great. Say more about that, Belly.
Well, the price of alcohol, for example, might be cheaper in some countries, or if you're in certain parts of the world, accessibility to certain drugs is going to be, again, the price is going to be way lower, so it's more accessible. So if the cost of living and earning is lower, people are only going to be able to access what they can afford. So if that's the kind of drug of choice, and then other places there may be more casinos or more gambling outlets. So it just, I think, depends on the demographic of where you are, whether it's first world or third world, and what's accessible in terms of you to self-soothe, I suppose.
Okay, great. So let's go with gambling for a bit and gambling harm. Yeah. And you're the professional here. You've got lived experience around this stuff.
Yes.
Yep. Okay. And I'm going to ask you some yes/no questions. Yep.
Okay.
So they're specifically aimed at do you think gambling should be illegal?
No.
Okay. Do you think the lotto is gambling?
Yes.
Do you think the gambling industry should be paying for people to stop gambling?
I mean, I've got a different thought on this, but from a yes and no perspective, yes.
Okay, I'm deliberately asking some provocative questions. Okay, and I'm so pleased we've brought gambling into this because it takes away from drugs and alcohol, where alcohol is a legal drug and other drugs are illicit. Yeah. Okay. And the gambling sector is pretty good at this because they allocate a certain amount of money from gambling for treatment. Yep. And it's kind of new. And they're learning a lot of stuff from the drug and alcohol sector, but the drug and alcohol sector have got things very wrong at times. Yeah. So it's a great thing to bring to the container today. Yeah. All right. So what's different in a third world country to a first world country in terms of gambling? How might culture impact this?
I think in the third world countries, it's going to be not as prevalent in terms of casinos and places to go into, and it's probably going to be more sort of underhand dark world kind of games or institutions or private bookies or people taking the bets on. Whereas in a first world country, there's going to be less of that, and it's going to be more actual big, large corporations and institutions that are pushing the gambling.
Okay. And how is gambling considered in Asian cultures?
I'm not too sure. I mean, when you're saying Asian cultures, what do you mean in terms of South Asian or?
I don't know. I'm just bringing in Asian.
Okay, so I think within the sort of Asian, if you're saying like the Chinese community, I think it's a big thing and it's something that the men do and the women do, and I don't think it's not frowned
Okay, so
upon.
let's focus on the Chinese Asian community now.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts and feelings there? And
What
let's just make it interesting so Olivia doesn't fall asleep.
Well, I think it's promoted and I think it's encouraged because from what I see and my understanding, like I said, all different demographics of ages, family members, men, women, they all gamble or it's encouraged and it's.
So gambling is encouraged in that
It
culture.
seems that way to me. That's my perception that in the Chinese sort of that sort of South Asia, that Asian community, it's something that's part of their, I don't want to say culture, but it is part of, seems that way to me.
So I would support your assumption. Yep. And what's that fancy word, that research word that they use when you think something's true based on your experience? Is it empirical?
Collective data.
So collective data is when they become more scientific around it and collect the data. But if you've got a hunch about something,
an assumption,
like a hypothesis, or no?
Yeah, so a hypothesis is something that like I'm a professional working in the field and I've got this hypothesis that this might be true, but it hasn't been researched yet.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, but I think it's empirical. I don't know.
Okay. I've not heard that one before.
Yeah, I think it's like based on my personal opinion about what I can see. I think gambling in Chinese culture is kind of encouraged, very much like drinking down at the pub in UK culture is kind of encouraged, going for karaoke night and having a Sunday roast. The pub culture is a big part of living life in the UK.
Yeah.
David, I had experience with an Asian couple, when I used to go to a casino. and I had a conversation with them, and I asked like obviously questions and things, and it's how they are encouraged to socialize. So you bang on when you say about going to the pub and things like that. They're encouraged to say it, and it's part of high society in Asian culture. People who go and flutter cash in a casino, yeah, they're seen as they would be seen as high society.
Okay.
So it's how they class how they're seen as class. Like we get first class, you know, working class.
Yeah.
That's how they class
Okay.
themselves.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And
Anthony, you were eager
I-
to jump in there.
I was going to say, if anyone who follows sport, a lot of
There
the
we go.
sponsorships, the gambling companies that are advertising on
Mm.
football shirts and sponsor boards and adverts, they're all Chinese gambling brands.
Snooker as well, I think.
Yeah.
Mm.
My friend has actually he works in the football industry, and he has ran the Twitter accounts and social media for some of those Chinese brands as well, for football clubs.
Amazing.
All right. So what's the difference between drinking cider and Chivas Regal?
It's classed as a higher. Chivas Regal is going to be classed as more of a sort of, not acquired taste, but a higher grade of alcohol compared to cider, which is very cheap.
Your status.
So again, we're back to a status thing, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What about cocaine and crystal meth?
Depends on the area wherever it's available.
Okay.
I think like one is seen as like a bit more socially acceptable as like a party drug. Especially because it's like you could say like it's pure blah blah blah, which it's not. And then crystal meth is kind of like straight up chemicals, so that's seen as like dirty and like
Mm.
Dirty tweaker.
it's associated with poverty, I would say.
Mm.
So yeah, okay. So say more about that. Associated with poverty.
I think that like what I was thinking when you were speaking earlier, like it's about, like you said, there's like lack of resources to help the whatever addiction it is, but there's also like lack of education around the consequences of using or gambling or any types of addiction. You know, if you're growing up and you're seeing everyone else living like that because maybe, you know, it is an impoverished area, you're not really focused on educating yourself on what drugs do to you. You might just be working super hard 24/7, and then you find something that kind of makes it easier to work. You have a bit more energy. Or I think it's like, sorry, I got a little lost. But I think with like people who are from like a higher social class, they can afford not only to use, but they can afford to deal with the consequences of that usage up until a certain point, because they have the like either the education or the means to like recover from if they go on a bender, they can like spend money and not go to work and get a juice bar. I don't know, like it's just like I see it as like a massive socioeconomic difference as well.
Great.
That was not very cohesive. I promise it made sense.
You're doing great. You're doing great. Okay. So I'm going to just kind of crystal meth is kind of associated or stigmatized with kind of white working class, yeah, people, whereas cocaine is more like, oh, hello, darling, I'm doing cocaine. Yes, yeah. All right. And what about crack?
That I would say that's also seen as like impoverished communities, and especially like coming from America, it was literally pushed in low income African American communities as well. So yeah.
Okay. So what's some of the stigma language that goes with that? Feel
like
free, it's streamed.
like yeah, you're gonna clip it and just post that. No, like crackhead or like even like with math, like tweaker, they're all very kind of like penalizing in definitive terms. I feel like it's you don't really have like cokehead doesn't have the same ring as like crackhead.
So crackhead is or cokehead is different from say crack whore.
I would say so, yes.
Yeah, it's edgier.
Yeah.
It gets a bit edgier.
Yeah. And I don't agree with them being any different either, because I've seen people from all different types of wealth or whatever do all different types of substances, but I'm just saying in like the eyes of society.
Yeah. No, it's huge. It's huge. So kids grow up, yep. They break away from their parents, they create their identity, they descend into the chaos. Young adults that are kind of what's the word I'm looking for? I'm going to say psychologically what's the word I'm looking for? When somebody kind of realizes like, fuck, this isn't working out for me, I need to change.
Deviant?
No, not deviant. This is a healthy thing. Like, this isn't working out for me. Let me get out of this. Let me change my behavior. So normally what happens, or with kind of healthy, God, I'm really struggling to choose my language, but most kids grow out of addiction. When they're about 25 years old, it's like, oh, fuck, the party's over. I've got to grow up now. Yeah. And then when people are 30, it's like, oh, fuck, I've really got to get my ass into gear. Yep. And so when it comes to treating people, you want people to come in that are about 30 years old, because you're going to get better treatment outcomes, because biologically and psychologically they're going to want to change. If you get a kid come in for treatment that's 18 years old and you try and give them 30-year-old treatment, they're not going to relate. The program needs to be different. Does that make sense to everyone?
I think that's kind of what happened to me, because I was in my 30s. I was 37 when my addiction kind of took over. But I think if I was younger, I think I would have had a worse time experiencing it, and I wouldn't have got as quick out of it as I did, if that makes sense. You know.
Right. So Olivia, let's check in with you quickly, and let's check in with alcohol, culture, and St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, it's a big thing, isn't it? My family went up London, but I didn't go with them. I chose not to. I just can't be dealing with that many people. I don't like all that kind of thing now. It's just too much. I didn't like crowds of people anyways. So why would I put myself in a situation where I don't like being in crowds and they're going to be all drunk?
Yeah, okay. So just for some context, Olivia picked up how many family members on?
There's 19. I've got a wedding tomorrow, so there's 19 of us. That's just from Ireland. Then there's more here.
Yeah. So she had to pick up 19 family members from the airport the day before St. Patrick's Day. Yeah.
No, the morning of St. Patrick's Day.
Sorry, the morning of St. Patrick's Day. So can you just imagine the unconscious psychological pressure that Olivia must have found herself in, being someone in recovery from alcohol use disorder, trying to say it nice and medically here, but just culturally how difficult that might have been with the ignorance around it. Oh, come on, it's St. Patrick's Day. Oh, come on, it's only a Guinness. At least you're not drinking
No, my
whiskey.
family would never say that to me.
Yeah. No, I'm sure you've got quite a reputation now. It's like, don't even mention it. Then you got the other tension of like, shh, no, she's not drinking, and other people jumping on your behalf or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think they've all relaxed now anyways. They've all kind of just, yeah, it's not a big issue anymore. It's not that kind of barrier, that kind of, yeah, it's not there anymore. They don't even, they're not concerned. They're not worried, which is nice. But it's up to me to choose where I want to come and when I don't want to go, you know, and nobody says anything to me if I say I'm going to go now. It's all kind of going, okay, see you later, see you tomorrow, that kind of thing, you know.
okay.
But that's just my family, just different people, different situations, obviously.
Right. You just dropped off.
Um,
Oh,
It was Jen.
yeah, Jen. And she's back. There we go. And Paresh, good morning. Welcome. Would you like to check in?
Good morning. Yeah, no, I'm feeling good. Had a really super busy morning this morning. But no, all fine. Well, I've had a few cancellations on my job, so I wanted to join for the rest of the time. Yeah.
Great. Okay. Cool. So who wants to be thrown in the deep end and to hold the container for the next 10 minutes to catch Paresh up? Yep. He's just arrived. So what's been spoken about, and then to facilitate the learnings of the container this morning.
I'll do it.
Well done, Jen. I'll see you in 10 minutes. Wonderful.
So sorry, who am I catching up? My phone rang and it ended up kicking me out.
Paresh, hi.
Paresh, hi. So
Hi.
I'm Jen. I'm from UK Northeast. I work in what's called a prehab for a lived experience organisation called Recovery Connections. I'm on my, I think it's third session with David. I did the face-to-face, the face-to-face training, and then it's the additional 20 hours that we do with these 2-hour sessions. So we've all checked in. We've all checked in this morning. Do you want to check in this morning and tell us a bit about where you're at, and then I'll catch you up on what we've been speaking about?
Yeah, I checked in early, so
Oh, did you?
earlier. Sorry, yeah, no. So you know, I'm good and just looking forward to the session. Yeah.
Yeah. So we spoke a bit. We spoke a bit around gambling and the difference in the third world, and I don't know what everyone else would say, like the UK or wherever. Bit about different classes and how gambling is advertised in different countries and how people would go about obtaining that. There was questions asked like, should gambling be illegal or legal? And if gambling organisations should pay for people to go into treatment. People had different opinions on things, and that's fine. We also spoke about the Asian culture and how they view gambling. Do you have any experience with like yourself?
So in terms of my addiction, I was gambling as well. So
Yeah.
kind of alcohol came first, and then a whole raft of other things, including gambling. So yeah, I mean it's pretty serious, pretty bad. Yeah, like with all addictions, right? It's a lot of consequences. So obviously financial, and then other things as well. So
Yeah.
yeah.
We came to the conclusion that it was based on class and socially acceptable in certain cultures, and
Yep.
encouraged. Do you
Yep.
know, just as much as like the metaphor around it was when some people go to the pub to socialise and it's encouraged to go to an event where alcohol is readily available, it is then encouraged. So like gambling facility, in the Asian culture, it would be sort of encouraged and seen as high society.
Yeah.
Also around the stigma of different, the difference in substances. So whereas one substance may be seen as more socially acceptable than another, and again putting everyone into classes. So there was an example made of like drinking cider and then drinking a different, like a higher class alcohol. You would see the difference in some people sipping on champagne, for instance, and then someone necking a pint of cider. That would be like different levels of people, or assumption for someone to be, someone who drank cider was going to be in a different class of someone who was sipping champagne in the local pub. They wouldn't be in the local pub, they'd be in a cocktail bar or wherever.
Yeah. And what's interesting about that is that the same person can be in different classes of
Yeah.
that as well, right?
I
So
used to sip a
used to
bit of
drink
champagne when I
champagne.
was in my addiction.
Yeah, exactly. I've been to all of these fancy places and drunk in a civilized manner.
Yes.
And towards the last year or two of my drinking, I was drinking that Glen thing, like the cheapest bloody whiskey I can find from the off license, right?
Pain
And
stripper.
£1 beers. So
What's wrong
exactly
with that?
because
No wrong with
my
pain stripper.
because my my consequences got worse, so my access to money got worse and all of that crap, right? I just got poorer and
Yeah,
but
it is.
Okay, let me jump in here.
Yeah.
Yep. How did Jen do?
Great.
Good.
Really
Amazing.
well.
Great.
Yeah, what did she do well?
She listened and she was
Yeah.
able to relay, and like she articulated it really, really well. Thought.
Okay. What else?
It also brought people or myself into the conversation. So it's not just this is what happened, this is what happened. It's more like this is what happened. You check in. Does this relate to you? Bringing me into it.
Okay, so made you feel
So
a
quite
part of.
open. Yeah.
Yep. What else did she do well?
I think she translated the flow of conversation very well, so it didn't feel like this happened, then this happened. It was like she related each topic to the next one, so it kind of flowed. So it was easier to understand how it's been today.
So here's what I saw. Yep. Jen jumped in and said, okay, I'll do it. Yep. The container got chaotic. She just jumped in, showed up, and held the space. Welcomed Paresh in a non-shaming way, was inclusive of him, and tried to kind of catch him up and make him feel a part of. Not, mate, why are you late? You know, when class starts, this is what we're talking about. We take recovery very seriously. Are you committed to your training or what the fuck's going on? She didn't do that. Does that make sense? It's so important because we are working and moving into a culture of addiction or a culture of adversity. We need to be centered, grounded, and resilient. Does that make sense? So, Jen, well done.
Thank you.
Really, just for fuck's sakes, people.
Yeah, thanks, Jen. But I don't want 11 people spending 10 minutes catching me up either. I don't think that's right. There's no need to do that.
It
That's
happens.
a lot of time. Like that's why I called you, David, 2 hours ago, or whenever I called you.
No,
check. I
Paresh,
don't want that.
Relax, mate. It's fine. So,
Okay.
and just to take this a little bit further, is the classroom that we create here. It comes from this work comes from South Africa, and people have very different resources. So for somebody to get to a class, a training, we've no idea what they've had to get through to make it there on time. So some people have to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, do a 3-hour road trip to get to a class that starts at 9 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, whereas in the UK, there's a lot more infrastructure around that. So it's a lot easier for people to arrive on time. So instead of kind of shaming people and saying, why aren't you here on time? The class and the learning environment is, okay, welcome, you've arrived, come in. Now, if you can imagine what it's like to be somebody that's struggling, yep, they wake up, they need to get their script or whatever, like people coming from that environment it's not easy. Yep. We might think it's easy for people, just, I was talking to someone this morning who was I talking to? We were talking about what they've done is they've got put on a DBT training, yeah, by the NHS to attend DBT group, put on by the NHS, and the group starts at 11 o'clock and goes to 1 o'clock during the week. Yep. And this person is a contractor. They're paid hourly and they can't make class at that time. They're going to miss 2 hours of work, and that's going to impact their income and what they're doing and their work. So the institution can't change the time of the class. Yeah. And this person can't attend the class because of their outside arrangements. And the way the system has structured it makes it difficult. Does that make sense? So I don't want to criticize that. I just want us to know that we're serving or working in a different space. Yep. So our space is more chaotic, or can be perceived as more chaotic. I actually think it's more engaging. Dorette, how are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah. What's the past 20 weeks been like? Or 25 weeks, whatever it is.
Well, not at all what I expected it to be, but it's yeah. Well, I'm kind of when I have a course for work, it's yeah. Well, theory, reading, and this is yeah. This is good. Just listening, learning from others, their experience. Yeah, I've learned a lot.
And how did you feel in your very first class?
I didn't feel like I belonged in this class because you are all having another lived experience than myself because I'm a family member. But I can say that I'm addicted to my child, so I do have a kind of addiction.
So you felt like you didn't belong?
Yeah.
English isn't your first language?
No.
Yep. You had a lot of anxiety about thinking, am I going to be able to fit in, understand what's going on? This isn't the type of learning that I'm used to. Where's the theory? Where's this? Like, what is going on here? It was quite disorientating. Yeah.
Yeah.
And how are you feeling now, having come to the end of the required classroom hours?
Well, I've enjoyed every class. You never know where the conversations are going to, and it's always interesting. Well, I'm glad I signed up for it. And after this class, yeah, I don't know. Perhaps I come back sometimes.
Please do.
Please do. But on the other hand, I like to move on.
please do that too, if that's what you need. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Wonderful. So, Bally, this is your second class or your third one? I think it's your second.
Yeah, number two. So I came, first one was 3 weeks ago, and then yeah, I've had 2 weeks off. Not 2 weeks off, 2 weeks not being able to attend. But yeah, today's second class.
And how are you finding the container?
Good. Yeah.
What are you learning?
I suppose how to, at the moment, how to hold the space and how to um, bring people all in to kind of create that sort of cohesive and inclusive environment.
I'm staying quiet so you can tell us more.
Oh, that's about it at the moment. That's what I'm learning at the moment in terms of, because so since my first one as well, I think when I did my first one 3 weeks ago, I hadn't had done many coaching sessions with sort of clients because I was relatively new, but actually now I am. So timing wise, it's good for me to come back in and see how to kind of hold the space and little things like what you did there, where you're kind of pausing and let the person talk and stuff. So yes, I think now it's me kind of observing and taking that into then my coaching sessions will with my clients.
And have you got the access to the online material?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. And are you starting to go through it?
It's on my to-do list, David. I am
Okay,
starting
so that's a no. Yeah, and that's absolutely fine.
but it's not, because in order to get the most of my learning and the development and me wanting to be the best in my role and support my clients in the best way, I need to start that, and I need to start setting aside time. So I'm working through the modules so that these sessions make more sense and everything kind of rolls up together.
And that's your own your own want. From
Mm-hmm.
our want, do you have access? Yep,
Mm-hmm.
yep. It's
Mm-hmm.
there if you want it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. You will have to go through it
Yep.
because your organization wants you to get certified,
Yes.
and we have to say that you've gone through the theory.
Yes. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Paresh, how are you doing with the self-study stuff? You're really taking to it well, huh? Paresh?
Are you there?
Sorry, yes, my mouse not working. Yeah, I'm getting through it. It's good. It's good. I don't have time during the week, so try to allocate time on Sundays and when I'm a lot more relaxed and refreshed, etc. So yeah, no, I'm getting through it. As I've said a few times, it's really a lot of detail, right? Which is great. So I think I'm going to have to go through it a few times. I think I'm about, well, I've always got it up. I think I'm about 46% or something through it.
Okay. And what
Got a bit
number?
nervous when I saw the test, but I passed it. Thank God. There was a little check in place there, which I thought was good actually. I thought, oh shit. But
Yeah. Okay. So the other side of it is people can get the self-study stuff, go through it, realize it's a lot, and then get overwhelmed by all the theory, and then you kind of have to slow down and
yeah,
come back and do the practice of it.
yeah.
Yeah? All right.
It's just like because it's obviously recovery is not new to me, but this whole training side is completely new to me. So it's it's just picking up all of the soft stuff as well, like the way you talk, the lingo, the way you structure things. You have to really think about it early on.
So the art of
So
it.
when you ask me questions, I'm like, "Oh, I don't know what. Sorry, the art of it, yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas if you talk to me about my work, I could talk to you all day, quite naturally about it. Yeah. So I think that will come with time, won't it? So there's the theory, there's the sessions, but it's going to take time to get the art of it. You're not going to get the art of it straight away from looking at all of the books and attending these sessions. I don't think it's going to come with practice. The third element of it.
Great. All right. So just before we take a break, I can feel I'm so manic here. I feel like I'm going. So let me try. It's got nothing to do with the 7 coffees I've had this morning. There's a nice coffee machine here, and I'm just like, quick whip around the room. Yep, what we're learning, and then we'll take a 10-minute break. Does that work for everyone? Anthony, you go first.
Yeah, I guess learning is always about those, the classes and how the stigma around different drugs and substances and, the cultural norms of, what addiction looks like for different cultures. And, I guess with the gambling, I guess I learned a lot around that in this session. Um, but yeah, checking out, feeling good. Actually feeling pretty tired. I'm sure you've seen me yawn quite a lot. I didn't sleep that well last night. But glad to be here. And I will tag Paresh.
Thanks. Yeah, no, I'm feeling good. I've had a bit of a manic morning. So yeah, looking forward to the session. And thanks, Jen, for catching me up. And nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I will tag Marcus.
Thanks, Brush. Yeah, I'm checking in good. I'm just watching and just trying to learn a little bit more by observing like how to hold the container. More importantly for me is how to break away from my old way of thinking and asking questions, and I'm getting a new perspective and I'm asking from a different place. And I've had some really good opportunities this week to put that into practice. So yeah, it's powerful stuff. It comes gradually. There's no like aha moment. I just noticed that I think about things differently. And I'm asking different questions already. So yeah, and I'm about there in the study material is the listening and the asking. So yeah, good. And I will tag Olivia.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm feeling tired actually. I think I'm having a kind of a bit of a flare up with my cirrhosis where I'm doing too much and I get really, really fatigued. So I'm still here, I'm still listening. Yeah, I got out the more money you have, the better drug you can buy, really. And it's like, no, really, that's what the main thing is. It's not about your status, is it? If you've got loads of money, you can get more better drugs or alcohol or whatever. So yeah, I'm checking that tired. Dorette?
Yeah, well, we've learned this hour from the different perspectives of where drugs are used, where it is normalized in some classes. Yeah, terrible to hear, but it's the truth. Yeah, makes me sad, but that's why we're all here, eh? To do something about the stigma and the addiction. So, I thank David.
Thank you, Doreen. Yeah, I've learned that it affects people from all walks of life, rich, the poor, different countries. It's a stigma behind it. Like Olivia says, money can buy everything, anything. So yeah, I've learned a lot. It just doesn't affect people that are hurt. It affects people that are happy, sad, good. Yeah, I've learned a lot. Thank you. Checking in good, and I choose Aura.
I'm checking out good. I'm also a bit manic today, David, so you are not alone in that.
Yay!
I've been playing with like my fidget toy. Um, so what I got out of this morning was that like even though we're all in the same group and doing the same recovery coaching training, we're all like gaining different things from it and also like looking to gain different things from it, which I think is quite cool. Like I've never really done any research on the gambling side of things. And that's kind of like sparked my brain to kind of go and do some reading on it or speak to other people. Um, and yeah, I'm feeling good. My brain's just that, yeah, blank now. Thanks. But I will check that later.
Hi, thanks, Aurora. I'm checking in good. So, in terms of what I learned, think the key thing for me was like the questioning techniques in terms of when to use closed questions and open questions to kind of get the get everyone in the container engaged and drive the conversation down the route where we want to kind of open it up. So, and then yeah, other stuff was just interesting to learn in terms of accessibility to kind of drugs and how people perceive it. And yeah, that was really interesting, and it was good to learn that. And but otherwise, yeah, I'm all good, and I'll check in. I'm trying to think, is anyone left, or was that it?
Jane?
Me.
Jen, is she still here?
Yep.
I am.
Are you still? So yeah, I'll check in, Jen. Sorry, Jen.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm checking out as open. I can't get on often because the like manic life, but yeah, work life. So I'm grateful to be here today and listening and learning. What I'll take from this morning is I'm still quite shocked at the numbers of the road accidents in South Africa compared to the UK, and that's like, wow, do you know? So I want to do a bit more research on that as to why, and instill that into something that I can take into work, because do you know, within gratitude as well, for the men that I support, they find things like that a lot more interesting and can relate a little bit more. I think I've learned that I can be inclusive without talking about myself. Do you know? Because I can become very self-centered uh, in certain things. So within the coaching training is something that was always my goal, to learn to listen more. I'm very grateful that David showed me ways that I can do that, and all you guys like. Um, I sit and I listen and I learn. So I'm checking out as grateful and open. Thank you. David, did you check out?
Has everyone, Davide, did you go?
Yes, I did. I
Yeah,
did. Thank you.
All right, so let's take 10 minutes. And those of you that can come back, see you at
Yes,
14
Yeah.
David.
minutes past.
David, everybody, I'll check yous next week. I got to run.
Check yous next week, bro. Sweet day.
Have
Lekker.
a
See
good
yous
one.
later, bro.
I'll see you
Bye,
guys. Cheers,
David.
eh? Bye-bye. Thanks, guys.
Bye,
Cheers, cheers.
Jen.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right. See everyone else in 10 minutes.
Okay.
Ah. Ah. Hmm.
Hey, Dorette.
Hi. Are you in the Netherlands? Did you say that?
Yeah. I'm in, not, I want to say Leiden, but it's Laren. I'll tell you.
Laren.
Laren, I think.
Yeah, Leiden, you would be very close to me, but Laren is Hilversum.
Laren.
Yeah.
Laren.
Okay.
It's nice here.
Yeah, I know.
The whole of the Netherlands is nice. I was in Utrecht last night. I went to an AA meeting, and
Okay.
yeah, everyone looks so happy on their bicycles, and
Yeah, well, the sun is shining, eh? It helps.
yeah, it was a bit cold, but
Yeah, okay.
yeah. Right, are we coming back? Is it 1:15 yet?
40 minutes past.
14. All right, we got a couple of minutes. Okay. So I know Paula's very happy with you, Dorrit, that you're going to carry on doing the family program.
Yeah.
Very grateful for that.
Yeah, well, that was my goal, huh?
Yeah.
Starting with these classes.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Families get so neglected in this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When are you coming back to Middlesbrough, David?
Hopefully the beginning of May.
I asked if I could go back on the training.
Oh, good. And what did they say?
No.
Why not? Poppy did it twice.
You are? Who did she?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll be using that against her.
Yeah.
I'd love to.
Yeah. Some people need to kind of come twice just because of their different learning styles. Yeah. And
Yeah.
some people can get quite restless. So they can come in, do an hour at most, and then they have to go off and leave and fidget
Yeah.
and then come back, and yeah. And if I remember correctly, you had something come up.
Did I? No, that was the other lady that's coming on who works with us.
Okay. All right.
Did I?
So yeah, people are welcome to come if they get permission. So yeah, love to see you. Right, let's check in. David, check in with Joy. Dorette.
I'm also checking in with Joy and yeah, looking forward for this last hour of my.
The last hour. Who are you tagging, Dorette?
Olivia.
I can see. Yeah, I'm feeling okay now. Come and sit in the sun more than in the kind of shade. So I thought it might wake me up a little bit. I'm feeling good, thank you. And I will tag in Anthony.
Thank you. Yeah, still feeling good and grounded. I'm glad to be here. I will tag in Jen.
Yeah, I'm feeling happy. I love these classes. So yeah, I will tag in Bally.
Cheers, Jen. Yeah, feeling good, feeling positive, enjoying being here, and yeah, looking forward to the next hour. And I'll tag in Paresh.
Hi, I'm feeling good. Looking forward to what we discuss in the next 45 minutes. Marcus, have you been? Sorry, I was.
Yeah, thanks, Brash. Feeling good. Just got a bit of sun and a cigarette, so I'm all ready for the next round. And I will tag in Aurora.
Thank you. I'm checking in, feeling good. I've been told I need to step out at 11:30, so I'll only be here for a bit longer. But yeah, feeling good and excited to see what we can get done. David, did you go?
Yeah, okay, so everyone, wonderful. Okay, so let's quickly orientate ourselves. Yep, so we've got people at the beginning of the training like Bally. We've got Dorette who's coming up to the end. Paresh must be about here with the continuums with Marcus. Yep, Jen and Aura work in the field and have done the 3-day intensive. Anthony's been through this a couple of times, yep, and then did the in-person 2 days sober companion. So Anthony's well on his way. Olivia also did the face-to-face, but in these classes you must be about here, hey Olivia, around 14 to 16. Where are you about? Can anyone lip read?
I really don't know. I've been on it since September, so.
Okay. All right. So.
And I started with Tia as well, so.
Oh yes, you started supervision.
Yeah.
How did that go? That's a great topic. Let's
you asked
talk.
me that last week.
Yeah. Well, let's do that again. I asked you on Tuesday because you did it last. You did it last Friday. You did it Sunday morning.
In the morning, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it was really good. She was just kind of finding out about me, kind of building up the rapport between the two of us, so we know what my background was, what her background was. Yeah, and then this week I think I am going to be the one leading, and she's going to be the client.
Okay, so you're going into a practice session, yeah, where you'll get feedback on your coaching style. Great. Okay. So let's talk about supervision quickly. So clinicians and therapists and psychiatrists and they go for supervision. Yep. So they have somebody senior to them that they can bounce stuff off and they get supervised. Yep. Or if you work in a factory or something, you'll have your supervisor come and supervise you. Yep. In coaching, we have supervision, but we want to change the name to supportivision. Yeah. So how can we support you and supervise you around that? Does that make sense? So let's just talk about supervision for a bit, and let's talk about ethics as well. The floor is open.
So, am I all right? Yeah. The way that we do supervision in our organisation, I think Aurora will be able to back me up a little bit on this. So we have one around every 4 weeks. We try as much as they possibly can, to get us in every 4 weeks. And we'll go through, it's like they'll ask about a work-life balance. Have we got to work? So it's not like I used to work for NHS sort of type of organisation, so hospitalised, institutionalised type thing, and you used to dread going in for your supervision, thinking, oh, what the fuck have I done wrong? But on like this type of organisation, a lived experience organisation, it's a bit more laid back and it's more a work-life balance is the things that like you want to work towards. So we'll have like a goal setting thing, and we sort of get held accountable. So it'll be like, for instance, the David Collins training, right? You want to work on that, right? Is there any support that you need to get that? Should we set a goal? And it's always like a realistic goal rather than a pressurized sort of, you need to do this by next week, and not taking into account the fact of a work-life balance and is there anything that you need support with? And then you'll also have a bit at the end for things that you're doing well, and it's sectioned do well and do better. So that's not just for you, like myself. It's for the manager as well. So then you can bring it back to your manager and say, like, you do really well with this, but you could do better with this. So it's an inclusive supervision, or like a support vision.
So you co-create. You
Yeah,
work
co-create.
together.
It's not like you don't dread going into them sometimes. But sometimes, because we're lived experience, we're all human, we make mistakes. But I think we are blessed with the managers that me and Aurora have got, because they're absolutely amazing. And if there is something, it's never left to a supervision, really. It's always like a conversation with love and kindness that happens at the time, and also more solution based, right? Like a guidance. You don't need to wait every 4 weeks for a supervision to go, this happened or that happened. It's sort of dealt with straight away.
So here's a continuum. Yep.
Yeah.
So instead of something happening here and you deal with it here, it happens on the spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As much as it possibly could.
Yes. So you're not going into these things alone. You've
Never.
got support available that's accessible all the time. Whereas in the previous culture, your words were, I used to dread it.
Oh, absolutely. Like, it'd give you major anxiety thinking my supervision is coming up this week. And then you would almost go in egotistical by being like, well, I've got this, 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 and this.
I can see already you're going.
Yeah, it was like this. Yeah, going like this, 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 and this, because this pissed me off 4 weeks ago. Because they never checked this out. Or I feel like I did this wrong and I had no guidance or support. Like, you're not shamed. You're not shamed this way by saying, look, I don't know. Let me go and find out the answer. And then you've got people, support network around you, whether it's colleagues like that are in the same like coach, work and housing support, or you can go to management.
Excellent. Bally?
So Epic is similar to how Jen described it with them, where we have supervision once a month, um, but it's with somebody external. And I've had 2 supervision sessions, and it's really designed to support sort of the coaches and everyone. So we normally talk a bit about work stuff, but then I think I've used most of it more to talk about other personal stuff that I just wanted to get off my chest and whatnot. But yeah, we've got a similar culture where it's very open. Like, I could send a message now and just reach out, and I think pretty much everyone would react straight away and say, "Look, we've got 5 minutes for you." So it's really good that we've got that. But the bit that I'm still struggling with is, this is brand new to me to have this kind of a culture. I've always been in corporate worlds and stuff like that, where if anything, I've always had to hide my lived experience and make sure that it's not brought up or nobody finds out or there's nobody who can connect the dots. So it's still alien to me to kind of, even though that support's there and I know it's there and everyone's got lived experience, for me to actually access it and utilize it, because I suppose I'm still getting used to how good and nice everyone is and how much of a supportive and good culture there is at the company.
Yeah, it's a bit like, what the fuck? Really? Where's the catch? Like, yeah, and it's lovely what you're saying, because it is quite a cultural shock, especially if you come from the kind of the corporate environment.
Yeah.
Have your annual 360 review or this or that, and it's like, I can't share this and I got this, and it's, oh fuck, it's
yeah.
Marcus, you want to bring your wisdom here?
So I've got a bad experience.
Yay! Wonderful.
So I
You're
was
bringing it. I'm sorry you had a bad experience. It's wonderful
So-
you're bringing to share.
I was a service user, and then I joined like the service user participation because I felt that the organization's morals and values and vision aligned with what I wanted to do, and I thought it was a great place to go and start. So I managed to get a job off the back of that volunteering as a paid member of staff, and now I'm back to being a service user because the process was so bad. So the supervisions that I got were leading questions. So my manager would start the call with, "So everything's all right then, Marcus?" So there was no open question. He obviously just wanted to, and at that point, I was like, he obviously doesn't want to hear what I've got to say. So I proceeded to say it anyway. And then that just created tension and friction between us because he just had too much on his plate, and there was no so I was a peer support worker. There was no peer support network, which was meant to be there, but they couldn't recruit it. So I guess he was doing the job of another role as well as running other services and trying to keep a handle on this.
Okay,
There was a,
so sorry for jumping in, but I just want to. So the person that was supervising you was having systemic pressure.
yeah.
And it's like, oh fuck, I've got to supervise Marcus now. Okay, fuck. Hello, Marcus, everything all right? Yes, good, good, yes. Yeah. And
Yeah.
then you actually going, no, mate, things aren't all right.
Yeah.
Okay. And then that adds more tension in the system. All right, cool. What a wonderful case study. Keep going, mate.
So as a peer support worker, obviously I've come in with experience, and he's a manager of the service that I used to use, so that there was no understanding of where I was at as a member of staff, as a person with lived experience.
So the
Um,
transitioning from a participant of the service to an employee in the service left stuff out. There were
yeah,
gaps there.
basically was just given a certificate of wellness, and off you go. It's time to
Okay,
do paid
cool.
work.
You've done all the tick box, you've done the online classes, you got your here you go. Lovely. Okay.
Uh, so yeah, that meant that I struggled alone. Other
Oh,
team members were
I'm
feeling that.
sorry. Fuck, when you
But
say I struggled alone, that kind of go, oh, fuck, that's a horrible feeling.
but it affects the team like everyone else having the
Exactly.
same experience. You come away from having conversations about the client, about the solution, about how what there were good things about the service, but then we're all sitting and struggling with the things that weren't helping us do our job properly. So, and I guess supervision is to help you feel comfortable in your role and to better the organization to provide the outstanding service.
So,
So yeah.
so, so what would you have done differently in hindsight?
I would have put more effort onto for me I don't know, I tried to do a lot of things differently, and it I didn't want to leave, but it resulted in leaving. I tried to
Yeah.
support and start in the peer support network. So
So it's
yeah.
frustrating, huh? So I don't know if you guys noticed, but Marcus just took a deep breath in. When I said, what would you do differently? He kind of went, and then his shoulders stayed up there. And then he kind of said, I don't know. I don't know if you guys noticed that. Yeah. Um, God, I'm so manic today. Sorry, but I'm so excited. I just really appreciate this space. So, Marcus, I just really want to first start off and just acknowledge your passion for wanting to get things right in these environments. Do you notice that, Olivia? Yeah, he's got a lot of love for this stuff, huh? Yeah. So, yeah, and I feel quite kind of sad And I think the sadness for me is when you the kind of the loneliness when you mention that this work in these environments can actually feel very lonely at times. Yeah. Okay. So now you are where you are. What's the best way to go forward with this stuff?
Doing what I do best and encourage the said problems to be fixed. So I'm going back in through the complaints process, and the outcome of my complaint is that the peer support network be put in as infrastructure, and the clients can also give their co-production space. So the
Okay.
people that are presenting with the problem and the people that are solving the problem on the front line can get the experience that they need. And that's, furthering along the path of wellness. Because again, organizationally, people are removed from the front line in managerial roles, so they don't quite understand what's going down. So you rely on the feedback of the frontline staff through supervision, through user participation, and hopefully it will improve the service day by day.
Okay. So often what happens in organizations is there's this top-down hierarchical approach. The CEO, the board, the managers, yeah. And where you've got servant leadership organizations, which kind of what these organizations are. You've got the leader at the bottom, then the teams and the manager, then the people at the front line. So the people at the front line are the most important people with the information that kind of trickles down. Yep. So it's quite a different hierarchical structure for people to get used to. Yep. So Bally's coming from a corporate structure, which would be corporate shareholder value. Yep. In this structure, it's like, okay, Bally, how are you feeling? How can we support you? What's going on, mate? Like, does that make sense to you, Bally?
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah. And then Bally's kind of come from this environment and kind of go, well, what the fuck's going on here? This is a bit weird and strange. Yeah. And Marcus, you are such a servant leader. Yeah, you've got such an activist inside you that wants to fight for justice. Like you really want to do good things in the world. Yeah, you really want to make the system better. Yeah, the challenge is going to be like, I want to come in and make things better. I want to work with you, but you fucking up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And people in this environment are going to feel quite threatened by that. Yeah. And that's a dance to build rapport and relationship with. That's the political intelligence side of things.
So just thinking on that level, I think it needs to go that way. So you have your executive, your governance. Your governance is down on the ground with the service users. Your executives are, they have the oversight, but they're moving forward to meet the service user where they're at.
Well, it's like Dorette said at the class, was it last week, Thursday, where all the noses need to point in the right direction. Yeah. So I would go with that. I would definitely support your thinking there, Marcus. Definitely. Yes, Olivia, what do you want to say?
Wanted to tell my dog to stop barking.
Oh, is that what you were?
Yeah.
Because I saw I saw your mouth go. Okay.
It's very validating, but I feel like I've taken the container away from the positive stuff that we was talking about. I just wanted to provide like what it looks like when it's bad.
So I completely disagree with you. I think you've taken the container to a very real place, and the kind of the dark side of lived experience, that we don't actually that we can actually end up hurting and abusing each other. Yeah, like all this peace, love, and brown rice stuff is a lot of shit at times as well. Yeah, I mean, people's experience can, and when it's vocational, because we want to do it to do good, it can be taken advantage of. So it's like, all right, Marcus, everything all right? Yeah, we're going good. Yeah, doing living the dream, huh? Yeah, doing good in the world. Yeah, 12-step work or whatever it is. It's like, and people's stories can be abused, and lived experience as a skill set can be undervalued. And it's like, oh yeah, we've got to deal with these lived experience people now. Oh, you're not going to believe, government have said we've got to do this. Yeah.
Yeah.
And often there's pressure from the top, like the top gets that the things need to change. The bottom knows things need to change, but the tension in the middle management doesn't know what to do with it. And so for example, in a corporate structure, leadership will buy in for a corporate cultural change. So we need to bring in transformation, we need to bring in this, we need to do this sort of stuff for whatever reasons. The guys on the ground say, okay, we'll do it, we'll work on this stuff. But the tension in the middle often stops a system from changing, because management haven't been bought into the process. Yep. Or management feel, fuck, if these people do their jobs well, they're not going to need me to supervise anymore. My phone is so busy today. I don't know why. It's so irritating, because it's on this bloody new laptop I've got. So when I get a WhatsApp call, then my computer lights up. Sorry about that. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So for me, I guess the one thing I've really had to learn to do is, here's David, and then I'm stepping into a role within the organization or the system. But I take things so personally because vocationally I'm so passionate about this work. Does that make sense? It's like, fuck, people are dying. Wake up, people. The system.
It's hard not to be alarmist about it. Like that's
Wonderful word.
it's a stigma that is I've been called alarmist in the past, and that's generally from someone in that corporate structure who doesn't want the boat to be rocked. And also I have to recognize that when I'm right, when I have such a heavy passion for something and I speak out and I become right, I have to check my ego sometimes, because it's like, am I doing it from passion or am I doing it just for the sake of being right? And it's harder with the social community
justice side
aspect,
of things,
because it's not, doesn't come from a place of ego. But sometimes when I'm like, right, I can go away and be like, ah, see, I told you so. And I just have to bring myself and ground myself back, because it is the right course of action to take, but it can be so activating emotionally.
Can anyone help Marcus with this? Because I fucking suffer the same thing. I've got what Marcus has got.
At least you're able to check in with yourself and acknowledge it. You're not kind of like letting it kind of go off in the air with yourself. You kind of that you know the difference between kind of getting a big head and kind of, or just staying grounded.
It's definitely deepened my awareness of myself.
You see this picture here, yeah? Our role is to try and bridge, yeah? And Marcus, I'm like you, mate. I fucking, and I actually isolate people, and I am usually right, but being right doesn't help me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then when I go in and say, yeah, you see, I fucking told you so, and I've really got to manage myself in this stuff. And that's where I need supervision and support from my peers. And this is where I'll come with people that are kind of certified and kind of understand this stuff and just kind of check in. Like, guys, this is what's going on for me. Like, yeah. And that's where we start to support ourselves in group supervision. So there's one-on-one supervision, which is external, which Bally's going to. So Bally's part of Epic, yeah, and he's got external supervision available to him as an individual, and he can talk about the work environment or talk about anything. Where Gen supervision is its internal supervision within the organization. How do we look after ourselves in there? Yeah. And ideally, you need both. A healthy organization has both.
So if you're going to be independent and we need supervision, we like who could we reach out to? Is it like, would I be reaching out to Tia again, or?
So Tia is a supervisor within our organization that people can go to for supervision. Yeah. Now the way that it happens in a lot of the professional practice with people that are parts of like the British Board of Psychologists or something like that, you're required to have supervision. Yep. And you get a lot of lone therapists out there working that feel very isolated because they're not part of a team. Yeah. And this is why supervision is really important. Yeah. Like it's a real, I mean, it's a complex field that's emerging, that's getting recognition. And now we're also going to get a whole lot of Tom, Dicks, and Harrys coming along saying, yeah, I'm a coach. I did a weekend course. Yeah. Pay me a lot of money. And they're actually unconsciously incompetent. But they have done the online training that was tick the box and answered the multiple choice questions, and they're good to go. It's fucking dangerous.
Yeah.
Like there's a huge difference between being a therapist and being a coach. And there's a huge difference between being a coach that's using their lived experience to show up as a professional and to be paid than someone who's got lived experience and I'm working in an organization because I used to smoke crack. And because I used to smoke crack, then I can help other people. It's like, the technical term is it's a fuck up. And I use language provocatively. Yeah. And the reason it's used provocatively is because the people that we want to work with and support with understand this language. But if you go and speak to commissioners and funders and all the kind of professional, oh, that language is inappropriate. Oh, their boundaries are so unmanaged. It's so. Are they really trauma informed? Like, what the do you know what I mean? So I want to hold that tension, but I don't want to burn the bridge. But it's difficult. I mean, talking to Bali, yeah, but there's already cultural differences, yeah, because Bali's a South Asian, Bali.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Bali's like being employed to kind of work to build relationships with South Asian gambling people. Yep. There's pressure in the UK system for BAME communities. Have you got enough BAME stuff going on? I was like, fuck, I get embarrassed talking about that stuff. Do you all know what BAME stands for? No, I'm sure you do, Valley.
I think it's Black, African, minority, ethnicity.
Keep going, we're getting there. We're getting there.
I know Black minority. I don't know what the A and E is.
Valley, do you want to educate us, please?
Black and what is it? Black and my God, I've forgotten it now.
ChatGPT.
What's
yeah.
black and
ChatGPT.
minority, black and minority ethnic groups.
What is it? What is it again? Sorry.
BAME. BAME.
BAME essentially covers black and ethnic minority ethnicities.
I think it's black, Asian, minority, and ethnic.
Black,
Right, okay.
Asian, minority, ethnic is a
Yeah.
term commonly used in the UK to describe non-white ethnic backgrounds.
There you go. That's it.
Yeah,
Asian
you see, it's already a fucking tongue twister. Yeah.
I've never heard of that, you know.
Okay.
Have you not? Honestly,
No. Do you know
Really?
what? My stepdaughter, she's of mixed race, and she said it ages ago, and I was like, I thought it was just a kid slang word. So yeah, I was just like, what? And she was like, someone called me babe, and I was like, why did they call you babe? And she was like, no, babe. I was like, so yeah, that's what you must do.
So commonly it's used as the BAME community. So then they're saying, oh well, they're from the BAME community, meaning they're from the black, Asian, minority ethnic, that non-white.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not down. I'm not down with the kids.
All right.
No, it's not even. I think it came out a lot in the last couple of years, like when remember, I think it was a couple of years when the riots were happening and stuff like that. It was,
yeah.
I think that's when it started to get used more commonly.
Yeah.
So where do you guys think Marcus is? Sorry, Marcus, I'm just
what do you mean? Like what
country? What do I mean? Like, where would you put Marcus?
Not
in the UK?
Not in the BAME community, no.
Not in the BAME community. It's in the UK. Okay, keep going. Let's just explore this.
South London.
South London.
Okay.
South London. Okay. It's the UK, South London. There we go. All right. Olivia, Anthony, Dorette, Paresh. Olivia's muted.
I've met Marcus. He's not really black and he's not really white either, so I don't know.
I mean, how is that statement? Like, fuck, he's not black, he's not white. It's like, fuck. It's.
I just met him as Marcus. It's Marcus.
Yeah, no, and like we know that, yeah. But I'm just talking about the system that surrounds the human beings that are trying to find recovery in these environments.
Marcus, what would you say?
That's cheating in this exercise.
In Northeast, we'd say mixed race, because I come under a category of mixed race. Don't know.
So yeah, I've been told that. I'm not saying that it's wrong, but I've been told like there's so many different messages of what you can use as a terminology, what you can't. And I would class myself as mixed race, but apparently that's not politically correct. So I'm like, well, what do I call myself? Like, you're taking away my options.
And who decides what's politically correct?
The drop-down boxes on Tiki Farms.
Yeah, but who makes that decision?
I think it's the quorum. Like, I don't know. Someone makes the decision and everyone just sort of jumps on the bandwagon, or there's people that don't accept it and they reject it and they're very traditional and they're like, no, mixed race. Whereas someone else would just refer to you as BAME.
All right. So here we've got an institution. Yep. And here we've got a whole lot of Black, Asian, minority, ethnic people. Yep. And they get asked like, okay, we need to classify you. Will you come up with a term, or how? Like, I'm really fascinated by this stuff.
Is it not like the government policymakers and
Yeah.
things that
That's
I'm
decide
right.
on that?
guessing BAME would have been in consultation with said communities. That's probably somewhere along the line. They're like, yeah, okay, we'll
Okay,
just
so
go
we've
with
done
that.
a
This is getting
consultative process. Yeah, we've got a minority group together, mixed up with kind of Black people, Asian people, minority, and what was the other one? Ethnic.
Ethnic, yeah.
Yep. Okay. So for me personally, as a white fucking straight old South African, that feels offsides. Yep. Because I grew up in a country where the majority people were not English white speaking. So I come from a country where the minority held the institutional power. So basically there's a bunch of white straight guys, yep, that created this system that is trying to be deconstructed to bring fairness.
They even got, like with the Irish one, they got Irish travellers.
There we
Yeah.
go. Yeah, let's go down that path. Let's go down the.
You know, I'm just Irish. I'm not like, that's a different kind of, I don't even know why it's on the form sometimes.
You've
You
got
know.
like Black Irish, Irish traveller, white Irish, British. Like there's so many different like drop-down boxes when it comes to farms.
And also,
Yeah, it's like
the organization I just worked for, Farmer, has now made it a farmer has made it onto the form for commissioners. They want to know what community. So Farmer is now a
Mental.
minority.
no. So when I was growing up, well, until I came to the UK, I'm known as Indian. So on every form, it's Indian. And then when I came here, you're referred to as Asian, whereas Asian in Australia and New Zealand is referred to as Oriental Asian.
God.
So
So
it's like, I'm
confusing.
not Asian, I'm Indian. Anyway,
But you
I don't really care. You can call me what you want.
speak like a
Doesn't
New
matter.
Zealander.
Yeah, exactly. Totally confused there, aren't I?
So you're not Maori.
Well, most people not married. So not Maori. No.
Okay. So in closing, so just
But
something to think about, people. Yep. Is I went to a service 18 months ago and said, guys, I need some fucking help here. I need to join a group and I need some help. Yes, you can come. There's an assessment form. You need to come for an assessment. The form was 27 pages of all these tick boxes and all this sort of stuff. Thank God the service said, listen, you just need to be 5 days abstinence to join and to start to get into the program. So the people that were at the front line had the power and the wisdom to just say, it's okay, let's get you the help you need. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. the person was able to meet the human in me. Oh, I want to cry because that, because it's so, like, I think people forget how fucking hard it is just to put your hand up and say, fuck, I need some help. And what courage that takes.
Mm.
Okay, Dorette, congratulations. You never ever have to come to another one of these classes again, but I certainly hope you do.
I
Yeah,
might do that. Yeah.
you're an absolute asset to this community. It's so wonderful that you joined, and to watch, like, the anxiety you felt when you joined here as someone where English isn't your first language, and someone that's coming from a family perspective, and to stick it out. And I know the support you give in the family groups. Just really thank you very, very, very much. We need more family members here.
I look for them.
Please.
But I want to thank all of you because of your stories. I can look at the other side of addiction. I think it will help me, at least in the support group, in the family support group, to help other family members. But I think personally, it will also help me with my conversations with my daughter whenever she wants to speak with me again. So thank you for that.
Thank you, Dorette. Who are you tagging?
So I'm grateful, and that's how I'm checking out. Grateful for all of you, and wish you all the luck and all the best.
Thanks, Dorette. Who are you tagging? Paresh, you want to go next? Sorry, I tagged someone for you. I just got anxious for time. Sorry, Dorette.
Yeah, sure. I'm good. I enjoyed the session. And I'm excited. I'm excited about what the journey brings. So yeah, excited about lots of things at the moment. I'll tag Bally.
Cheers, Paresh. Yeah, taking out as happy, good, energized from the session. It's been really good kind of listening to everyone's different views on a bunch of different topics. So yeah, been really good. And I'm gonna tag in Olivia.
Yeah, I'm checking in good. A little bit sad that Dorette is leaving me. We've done this journey kind of, well, I've been to every kind of group that she's been in. But we've got each other's emails and on Facebook, so I'm sure we'll keep in contact.
Yes, we will. Thank you.
Yeah, so I'm feeling grateful and a little bit sad. I will check in Marcus.
I'm checking out as Black, Asian, British, and I've really appreciated the conversations that we've had today. And yeah, I hope you do come back, Direct. It's nice to have your balance in here and your perspective. And yeah, I don't know, I'm just filled with love. That's how I'm feeling checking out.
Oh, thanks.
And I will check Jen.
Thanks, Marcus. Yeah, I'm checking out, a bit confused.
Welcome, Jen.
My phone hasn't stopped, and then it kept in and out the meeting. And it's not because of that, because I know I've learnt loads, but my brain works a little bit different and takes me a little bit of time to figure out and go, oh yeah. So that's okay, because I'm allowed to process things in my own time. Very grateful, because this one's been so different compared to the ones I have already been on. And I love it. I love the fact that it's just so different, and it's not all about substance. Do you know, there's so much more to recovery and coaching than talking about how someone puts a crack pipe down. Do you know, it like, because it is, and it's like, yeah, right. You know, life turns up. So checking out was grateful, happy, and ready to process this information. Is there anyone left to go? Or has everyone checked out? Anthony?
Just me, I
Anthony?
think. Thanks, Jen. Yeah, I think checking out, as always, I've learned a lot in the last couple of hours listening to all of these different perspectives and topics that I didn't, I wasn't that well informed on. Um, and yeah, wish Dorette the best. I thought we were going to get to meet at the in person, so it was sad not to meet you, but I wish you the best on this journey.
Thank you.
Dorette, if we put on another 3-day training, will you come over?
Sure. Whenever it's not snowing, I come.
Okay, we'll try put something on in the summer. Okay.
Okay. I keep
Right.
following you, so that's not a problem.
Good. All right, is that everyone checked out?
Yeah. Did you check out, David?
Yeah, I check out with lots of love. Thank you all so much.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Cheers,
Have a good
guys.
day.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
So Dave,